Hey, I'm Donna Spivey, and this is my Module 1 introduction video for class AEP 800. All right, so just a little bit about myself. I grew up in Lexington, South Carolina, went to school in the same school district that I work in now. So I have grown up, still live here, raising my own family. My whole entire life. I am a proud graduate of the University of South Carolina, go Gamecocks, where I got my undergrad degree in early childhood education. And I also graduated from Columbia College, where I got my master's in divergent learning. So I've been teaching for 15 years. 11 of those years were in Lexington Richland School District 5. And 4 years were in, or still are, in Lexington School District 1, which is, like I said before, where I attended school. So I don't have a huge, broad range of grades that I have taught. I taught for the first couple of years, I taught multi-age, which was a K1 classroom. And then I have taught just kindergarten, but most of my teaching has been in first grade. This is my fourth class at Fort Hays State University in the Building Leadership program. And I am a proud mom of 2 boys and a wonderful husband who definitely supports my ongoing learning as a teacher. All right, so the impact and influence of technology. We definitely live in a world where technology is developing every day. It is always around us. It's a part of our world, and it continues to improve every day as well. One day something could be new, and the next day with technology, it's out of style. That is just how fast and how rapid technology is growing in our world. It definitely is a part of our everyday lives, from personal to work to school. You know, kids and adults constantly have their hands on technology. My boys are 10 and 6, and I can tell you that they probably know more about technology than I do, and can show me things that I don't even have any idea about, especially my 10-year-old. He just grasps technology. He's so lucky, and so is my first grader. My 6-year-old, they both go to the same school, but they are so lucky to be in a school that influences coding. So they have a coding program at their school, and they're learning this amazing part of technology that is fun for them, but so important in our everyday lives nowadays, and how things in this 21st century are technology based. So it's just really cool to watch them with technology all the time. However, as an educator, how technology influences and impacts my classroom is that I just have to make sure that I am staying up to date with the latest kinds of technology. There are many times that I learn things through other teachers, through professional developments, even just online, that kind of help me stay up to date with these kinds of these latest technology apps, and just different things. And I think it's important that I find a way to use the latest kinds of technology within my classroom. I think it's important for my kids, so that they can grow into becoming amazing adults in this, like I said before, in this world where technology is a huge part of our lives. So I have to remember too that while I'm staying up to date with this different kinds of technology, I can't get stuck in my ways. I can't get stuck in the habits of what I'm used to, which has been one of the things that has been so empowering with this program at Fort Hays. They really sometimes push me out of my comfort zone in technology with some of the assignments. But it helps me because I know I can use these kinds of things in my classroom with my kids. And my kids just love and they really do eat up wanting to make a video of themselves. So right now we're doing nonfiction and they're making a video of themselves presenting their nonfiction topic to share with all the other kids. So it's really kind of been cool, the things that I've learned that I've been able to teach them. So some of the positive things about technology being into the classroom is not only that the academic stance that the kids are getting out of it, but overall, it's great for communication. It's great for connections. It's great for collaboration. It certainly creates an excitement within the classroom with my students, and it enhances our learning, definitely. All right, so some of the different kinds of technology that I do use. I use Epic, which is a reading app. I use Starfall, which is anywhere from ELA to any kind of math skill that we might be working on. I use PebbleGo for research-based information. Prodigy, which is a math kind of app that kids love. And then, of course, for myself, I use all kinds of different technology based as well. So I use Google, anything with Google, Google Slides, Google Documents, Google presentations. I use YouTube all the time for my students. Schoology, I use just a ton of different technology-based things that I use in the classroom with my boys and girls, as well as personally for myself. So we do use technology every day, and it's so important. However, there is always room for improvement, and there's always ways to apply more and different kinds of technology in the classroom. So one of the things that I definitely want to make sure I use within the classroom more is some research-based apps so that when we are doing some nonfiction units of study, my kids can find all kinds of different information that they would be able to use to write and learn about their topics. Another area that I would really like to incorporate some different kinds of technology in my classroom. So my plan is to try to incorporate an app called Seesaw into my classroom. And this is a program where my kids can not only create things, but they can also share things with parents and other students. It's kind of like a kid's Facebook, but for kids. So they can take pictures of like a project that they've done. They can post it. Parents can go on and view their kids' work. They can leave comments. Classmates can go on and view and leave comments. I really think that it would help engage my students with the curriculum and any kind of project that they're making, classwork that we're doing, really anything. Just to help them engage in their learning. I also think that it would be a great way to provide feedback for the kids because, like I said, parents, classmates, I can go on and leave any kind of academic feedback on their work, which is kind of fun to look at as well, especially in a first grade's view. I would also like to learn about and incorporate Seesaw into my classroom, but also to model Seesaw for other classroom teachers so that they would be able to use it within their classroom. And then kind of maybe hope that this would lead to any other kinds of new technology that we kind of could come up with, maybe through professional development or any kind of um, information or any kind of technology that I learn in my classes that I'm taking right now. So the impact on the funding. I don't really think that there would be much of an impact on funding with my plan. Um, Seesaw is a free app, so there's no funding there. The only factor that I could think of would be would to provide more iPads within my classroom. Now, my school does have iPad and Chromebook carts that I can check out, so that I could have a whole classroom one-to-one with my students. However, within my classroom personally, I only have 4. So if I was thinking about funding, there would be funding if I wanted to have one-to-one in my classroom at all times. However, I do have the opportunity to only have 4 in there. So, I could take a group at a time and we could work a little bit at a time. But I do really love the idea of technology within the classroom. I think it's so important because it is preparing our students for the next step. It is preparing them to be problem solvers in our technology-based world. So if I can improve my technology skills to help my students become better and more prepared for their future, then I'm certainly willing to take that leap of faith. And I hope that everything that I learn within this classroom, I will be able to apply in my own personal classroom and as a future building leader. So thank you so much.